Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Peace History Society's 2021 online conference. My name is Taylor Downs, and in this video, I'm going to share some information on how to access different parts of the conference. So let's start with the conference website itself. The URL is www.peacehistorysociety.org/PHS2021, but you can also access it by going to peacehistorysociety.org and clicking on a link from the homepage. Once you're here, you can access several different conference resources. In this first Highlights tab, you can view the abstracts of all the different presenters. At the time of this recording, there are only a few here, but this Google Drive will populate over the coming days. There's also some general information on some of the films, presentations, and panels that will be happening throughout the conference. For example, we mention here that registration for the conference will give you access to the film Sweet Home Monteverde a week prior to the conference. A small note here, after you register, you will receive an email from PHS 2021 at peacehistorysociety.org with a URL and password that will make this film available to you for that time frame mentioned here. Speaking of registration, the next tab opens up our registration form. If you haven't registered, this is how you're going to gain access to pretty much every aspect of the conference. This year's conference is taking place entirely over Zoom, and this registration form is what we're using to get links to the Zoom meetings out to our attendees. To further explain, let's take a look at the Program tab. After clicking here, you'll see the entire conference program, and you'll see the conference runs from Thursday, October 21st to Saturday, October 23rd. In terms of how all this will work, after registration, you'll receive an email a few days prior to the conference with links to each Zoom session. So, like here on Thursday, there will be a single Zoom session where we welcome you to the conference, followed by an evening program discussing the Atlanta Peace Education Project. You'll access this session by entering the Zoom meeting code or URL that you'll receive from our conference email address. You'll then be prompted to enter a password, which will also be included in the same email. After you enter the password, you'll be prompted again to join the meeting, and then you're good to go. This process will be the same throughout the conference with one important note. At some points during the day, there will be concurrent sessions going on. For example, on Friday, we have this first session, concurrent session 2A, Critical Knowledge for Understanding Asian American Pacific Islander Experiences Past and Present, and a second session, session 2B, The Arts of Justice, Feeling, Storytelling, and Strategizing for Peace. Both of these occurring simultaneously at 11:30. You will access one or the other of these sessions in the same way that I mentioned for the Thursday programming, meaning that you'll receive links and passwords via email. If you're wondering whether or not you're in the right place after entering one of these Zoom meetings, just check the backgrounds of the facilitators and presenters. All sessions that are labeled Session A will have a green background, and all sessions that are labeled B will have a purple background. So in this case, Session 2A would have a facilitator and their presenters with a green background, and those in Session 2B would have a purple background. Remember, access to these sessions will be granted over email. So make sure to go to this registration tab and fill out a registration form. Otherwise, we won't be able to send you the links for the Zoom meetings and films. Registration is free for students and invited participants and those experiencing financial hardship, and is $40 for everyone else. I also want to mention this book exhibit tab. We're fortunate to have the Scholar's Choice putting together a virtual book exhibit. It's currently being constructed at the time of this recording, but will be available by the time of the conference. That's it for this technical walkthrough of the conference. If you have any questions, please send us an email at phs2021@peacehistorysociety.org. Thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you all during the conference.